For 8 months, a crew of 6 was sequestered away in a remote dome on the slopes of Mauna Loa. On September 17th, the isolation was finally over.
2, 1.
The crew is part of High Seas, or the Hawaii Space Exploration Analog and Simulation. And for the first time since January, they felt the sun and wind on their faces.
Thank you. It's good to finally put a face behind an email, right?
The University of Hawaii is going to be giving NASA essential information about how you pick individual astronauts and how you put them together in a crew, but also how you support them over these long-duration missions.
Hi! Oh my gosh!
How you feeling?
Waiting for them, along with supporters, was fresh food, something they missed during the simulated space mission. The food was all the crew could talk about.
Carrots, peppers, pak choy, Chinese cabbage, mustard greens, radishes, tomatoes, potatoes. I mean, gosh, tons of parsley and oregano. I mean, it was phenomenal. I mean, just that delicious fresh taste from home is really was good.
So for me, one of the things I missed from home was Portuguese cooking. My parents and family are from the Azores, so we made some malasadas, made some caldo verde, which is a kale soup.
8 months ago, cameras recorded as High Seas Mission 5 began.
For the next 2 missions, the key is crew selection. We've changed our selection process, so we're doing a whole series of psychological tests. We're doing a series of cognitive tests, as well as a more structured analysis of their educational and professional backgrounds.
I'm looking forward to building relationships with my crew. I fully anticipate coming out with 5 new best friends.
I'll be looking at optimizing our power and water resource uses. So I'm excited to understand the engineering problem because the habitat is an impressive facility and it really is quite a complicated unit.
Good luck, guys. 8 months.
Good luck.
See you soon. Bye, guys. I'll teach you. Love you guys. See you. Good luck.
That was it, right?
All right, let's go.
The NASA-funded research project will help with the selection of crews for future long-duration space missions, such as a mission to Mars. The crew for the High Seas Mission 5 simulated life in space where they could. Things like having to live with a communications delay, eating mostly shelf-stable foods, and having to wear spacesuits outside of the habitat.
Can we get allowance?
Mission 5 research entailed continuous monitoring of face-to-face interactions with sociometric badges, virtual reality, team-based exercises to predict individual and team behavioral health and performance, and multiple stress and monitoring studies, according to project officials. In recent weeks, the crew has been reflecting on the experience in videos recorded from the dome.
Long-term space travel is absolutely possible. There are certainly technical challenges to be overcome. There are certainly human factors to be figured out. That's part of what High Seas is for. But I think that overcoming those challenges is just a matter of effort. We're absolutely capable of it.
As the crew engineer, I've had a lot of time to get to know the habitat. We have mostly a loving relationship, but there are times where you can get frustrated. So my advice for the next crew is to stay patient and remember that even though the habitat can kind of take care of itself, that you're a steward for it. Remember that the toilet systems are also a system and they're a living system. So stay in balance with those. Let them talk to you. If they smell a certain way or act a certain way, they're trying to tell you something. So listen.
My advice to Mission 6 is say yes. If you have an opportunity, whether it's filming or learning a new science skill or flying the drone, go out to a lava tube, whatever it is, say yes, take leadership on things. Honestly, you can come out of here in 8 months learning a ton of stuff.
The University of Hawaii has been operating the research project since 2012.
7, 6, 5.
In August 2016, High Seas successfully completed the first year-long mission.
Give Grandma.
Well, High Seas is an example of international collaborative research hosted and run by the University of Hawaii. So it's really exciting to be able to welcome the crew back to Earth and back to Hawaii after a year on Mars.
Yesterday when
Lots of knitting was done, but not as much treadmill. No. So, yeah. So fortunately, we were able to bicycle for our power and exercise. But yeah, it was cold and dark for a while.
The UH research going up here is just super vital when it comes to picking crews, figuring out how people are going to actually work on different kinds of missions. It's sort of the human factors element of space travel, colonization, whatever it is you're actually looking at.
Just showing that it works. You can actually get water from a ground that is seemingly dry. It would work on Mars, and the implication is that you would be able to get water on Mars from this little greenhouse.
A mission to Mars in the close future is realistic. I think the technological and psychological obstacles can be overcome.
The next High Seas Mission 6 is scheduled to run from January 2018 to September 2018. Officials say crew selection is being finalized.
I think we're really excited at the University of Hawaii to be continuing humanity's tradition of voyaging, everything from Polynesian voyaging to going to the stars, and we're really proud to be part of that.
I think it's actually really important to get off Earth. If you look back at the geological record, it is just full of mass extinctions.